What's going on, guys? So, it is a Tuesday. I'm on my way to work, like usual, right? The sun is out, which is nice. However, the temperature is not corresponding. It's like 28 degrees outside because we can't have spring in Ohio yet. Don't know why. Anyway, so expectations, right? I expect my kids to achieve certain milestones in a certain time frame, right? Like my two older daughters, I expect them to get good grades in school. I don't expect them to be perfect, but I expect them to do their to try their hardest and get the best possible grade that they can get in their courses. I'm not one of those psycho parents, and no offense if you are one of these psycho parents, but I'm not one of those psycho parents that get on top of my kids about their grades. I just don't. As long as you've shown you've applied effort, I'm cool with it. So, if you bring home a C, I'm not going to trip. If you bring home a high D, I'm not going to necessarily trip. However, I'm going to try to look into figuring out why exactly you're not getting, at least a C in the class. I'm not a parent that views, a kid's report card and is like, you didn't get all A's, you're grounded until the grades come up. I'm not doing that. I'm not that kind of parent. The only reason why I'm not that kind of parent is because I feel like kids do better when they're not under pressure like that than what they do when they are under pressure like that. I was in sports when I was a kid growing up, so I had the pressure of, you have to hit a certain grade point average to maintain sports. So I know what the pressure felt like, and I wasn't a fan of it. So I try not to implement that, at least at home, on my kids. Now, if they get into sports and they go down that road, then that's a battle they're going to have to face. But at home, the home front, I'm not doing that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to take that and I'm going to switch it into adult standards, right? So if you're not succeeding in the categories of life that you're supposed to be succeeding in, then you need to evaluate your report card. You need to check out what your grades look like. Are you applying maximum effort to what you're pursuing or what you're trying to achieve? And if you're not, then you need to come up with a plan of execution to get there. Too many times I think that we, especially as parents, we put a lot of stress on our kids to achieve certain milestones, certain things. Again, my 1-year-old just started proficiently standing yesterday. I've been wanting him to stand for, the past two and a half months. The reason why is because all my other kids started walking early on. He's not behind, but he's behind where they were. So it was a certain standard. So I was pushing. And, yesterday watching the video of him standing, getting up on his own for the first few times, it reminded me, maybe it just wasn't time yet. Maybe, now it is. And that's why it didn't happen until now. If you look at your report card, I know I laugh at that, and the reason why is because, I'm talking to adults, right? You guys are grown. You guys are my age, maybe older, maybe just a little younger. We're all out of high school. Some of us are still in college, but whatever. But, when you look at your report card, you need to determine, are you applying maximum effort? And if you're not, then you need to figure that out. But if you are applying maximum effort, then you need to start looking at the time frames in which you're trying to push for this success, right? And why I say that like, you need to look at the time frames, because maybe the time frame isn't accurate. Maybe you're pushing yourself too hard and you're setting yourself up for failure. Success is a very, very funny thing. And the reason why it's a very funny thing is because when you look at success as a whole, you've got the outside world's perspective of success. Then you have your own personal view of success. And you're always going to be harder than your critics, because you're the one that's trying to achieve it. So you're always going to be doubting yourself. You're always going to be judging yourself in probably the harshest light that you can. While your critics, on the other hand, they're going to judge you. They're going to, possibly poke and jab at you, but it won't be near as bad as what you're doing to yourself. So I guess the point to my message, like the point to this video, is really look hard at what you're trying to achieve. Look at your effort, that the actual effort that you're putting into the process. And then once you determine whether or not you're giving maximum effort, man, maybe you just need to adjust. Maybe you need to adjust your timeline. Maybe you need to adjust your goal a little. Not change it. Not change it. Don't mishear me. Don't change your goal. Adjust it. So, I want to lose 20 pounds. And you're only losing, maybe half a pound a week. And you wanted to get it done in, 3 weeks. That's obviously not going to happen. If you're applying maximum effort, you're hitting the gym hard, you're eating right, you're dieting properly, you're doing all the things that you're supposed to do, then that means it's just that timeline for that goal was just not meant for your goal. It just wasn't. So you'll have to readjust your goal, not change it, not say, oh, well, I don't want to lose 20 pounds anymore, maybe I just want to lose 10. I'm saying keep it at 20, but change the timeline. Give yourself 3 months to lose it, or whatever you need to do, like whatever that looks like. Same way with being successful at your job. Maybe you're applying maximum effort. Maybe you're just not hitting the markers like you need to, and because you're not hitting the markers like you're meant to, your promotion's coming a little bit slower. But that doesn't mean don't chase it. Don't stop. Keep going. But reevaluate, make sure you're applying maximum effort, and then, change appropriately. Adjust appropriately to what that goal looks like. I think the next video I'm going to talk a little bit about workplaces and goal setting in the workplace, because I think too many times we find ourselves goal setting in the workplace and we're not hitting our goals, and we get really, really deterred by the fact that we're not hitting our goals, but maybe the reason why we're not hitting our goals has anything to do with us. I'm going to get into that next time around, maybe. I hope you guys have a blessed Tuesday. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I hope you guys go kill it like I know you can. Man, the sun's coming out. I'm hearing in Ohio, at least my part of Ohio, we're supposed to be hitting like 75 on Friday. I'm pretty stoked about that. I want the good weather to come around. So we'll see what happens. I hope you guys have a blessed day, though. Go kill it. Go conquer your goals, man. Don't give up on any of your goals. Because really in this life, there are goals and there are failures, and as long as you're chasing something, you're not failing. So go get it. Alright, I will see you guys Thursday, if not tomorrow. Probably Thursday, because I don't think I'm going to do a video tomorrow. Tomorrow's core. I got a really good lifting session in yesterday, which I was really, really happy about. My arms are still feeling it, though, because missing out on that training from last week really hurt me. I hate being sick. I'm glad I'm over that. Anyway, have an awesome day, guys. Yeah!